Hello, guys. Welcome back to your number one agricultural and agribusiness YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at a very important, a very vital topic in oil palm farming. We are going to be looking at irrigation. Actually, I got a question from one of our viewers asking me, what do I think about irrigation in oil palm farming? Will I advise it? What are the implications? So, everything surrounding irrigation in oil palm farming is what we are going to be looking at on today's episode. So, as we all know it, irrigation is the artificial application of water, the artificial supply of water to our crops that is not from rain. Rain is natural irrigation. So irrigation is when you are providing water to your crops for them to grow and to carry out their production. So basically, all plant or all crop can be irrigated. Do you get it? And as we have it, water is a very essential commodity in oil palm farming. Uh, to even say the fact, oil palm perform better in tropical rainforest because it is tropical crop. So that is why it performs better in tropical rainforest where they have a longer length of raining season. They have more than about 8 to 10 months of rain in a year. So making the oil palm to fulfill its productivity target. Do you get it? Now, when you now compare you that you want to establish your own oil palm plantation in a non-tropical area, like for example now somebody who wants to establish his own plantation in Niger State, Kogi State, Kwara State, Nasarawa, Abuja, all these places are Savanna area, and the oil palm can survive there and it will do well, but it will not do as much as it will do in the southern tropical states like Delta, Edo, Ondo, Cross River, places where they have longer length of rain. Now, people who wants to do their oil palm farming outside the main tropical rainforest area in Nigeria will have to carry out irrigation. Now, my own stand now is that oil palm is a crop that you do on a very large expanse of land. If you want to do it on a commercial base, we are talking of hundred of acres, because it's a tree crop that have a very wide spacing. So on an acre, you can only have about 60 trees. So when you want to do your oil palm plantation, left to me, I will advise you to make sure you look for land in the tropical rainforest in the southwest, south, and southeastern part of the country. But if you cannot find land, then you can consider the north central, but don't go beyond the north central, which are Kogi, Niger, Nasarawa, Benue, states at the middle part of the country. Now, when you are doing your oil palm outside the rainforest area, irrigation will become necessary, because when oil palm witness or go through dry period of more than 3 months, it tends to have a negative impact on the productivity. So you have to augment at that time. Now, if you now have to augment, if you have to augment and you have a very large expanse of land, like 100 acre for example, how do you want to do irrigation for 100 acres of land? That is about 60,000 trees. That's about 6,000 trees, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm correct with my calculation. That's about 6,000 trees, or 6,000 trees. Do you get it? Now, and the best type of irrigation you can use in oil palm farming is the drip irrigation. You cannot just use this rain gun or sprinkler irrigation, because at the end of the day, you end up wasting much of your water, because the trees are widely spaced. So if you want to use sprinkler, you will end up watering the empty gaps between the trees. So the best type of irrigation in oil palm farming will be drip irrigation, and you have to lay pipe across all the areas of the farm, delivering water at the base of each of the tree. Now, setting up that kind of system on your farm will be will be an economic burden, very very expensive. If you're a commercial farmer, it will be a financial burden. It will dig a deep hole in your pocket. Not even that, for you to maintain it will be a big tax for you economically. And that is the reason why you will see majority of all these multinationals like Okumu, Presco, PZ Wilma. You will never see them outside the tropical rainforest. You will never see them outside Edo, Delta, Cross River, Ogun State, Ondo. That is where you will see all these big, big plantations. Because they know the implication. If they move out of that place, they will be needing to irrigate. And if they are to irrigate thousands of acres, they know the implication it will have in their resources. They know the amount of money they will be dedicating to that in terms of installation and even the management. It will hit deep into their pocket. Now, I'm not in any way discouraging anybody who wants to do oil palm outside the rainforest. If you want to do oil palm in Kogi, Niger, Nasarawa, Benue, Kaduna South, Abuja, places are at the middle belt of the country. Yes, oil palm can survive there, but if you are not using irrigation in those states, if you are not using irrigation, you just want to do it the normal way they are doing it in the rainforest, southern part of the country, the productivity would be slightly reduced than what you achieve over there. Now, if you want to go the route of doing irrigation and you are a commercial farmer, you must be ready for it. It will hit deep into your profit. So irrigation, it's something. If you are even in the southern part of the country during the dry season, if you can find your way and supply your trees with water, it will improve your productivity by about 10 to 20%. So research has shown that when you irrigate, irrigated palms perform better. So it's just like making water available all year round uh, for your palms. And this is one of the criteria, one of the factors that is making uh, Malaysia and Indonesia a leading power. I'm not saying that is the main thing, but that is one of the major factor that is responsible for their success in oil palm farming at the global stage. Because Malaysia and Indonesia, they are nearly complete tropical areas whereby they have rain almost all part of the year. Hardly will you go through a month that it will not rain in these two countries. So irrigation is something that is advisable if you are doing it outside. But if you are not doing it outside uh, the rainforest area in Nigeria, for example, I will advise you to just, and you have a large expanse of land, you can just do with the rain and you will be fine. So I hope I've been able to dissect and analyze this question and we all understand my own standpoint from now. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one. Sheshe.